You enjoying the AC?
You are now watching Farming with Duffy Ag.
Good morning. Welcome back to the channel. Sprayer tender trailer is all parked up right now. My father's got a Zoom call and there's no point. He's got a board meeting Zoom call. It is hot in here. Whew. For Agrimark, so as I said, he works off the farm as well. Granted, a lot of the all the meetings have been Zoom calls because of, you know, the situation with COVID. So he's got a half day of that, and then we'll go back spraying. But in the meantime, I might as well drop the sprayer, put the fertilizer spreader on, get the last load of fertilizer spread out on corn ground. The parts for the discs are supposed to be here today, so I can fix that. My goal is to be done planting corn, and then all I got a little bit of spraying left to do, and all I gotta do is get grass done. Once grass is done, I'll have like a few days to actually breathe and like, yeah, not be working 16 hours every day and yeah, be caught up. So sprayer trailer worked absolutely awesome for what I set it up to do. I'm pretty pumped about that. We sprayed well over half our corn. I wouldn't even count it as a full day. I think we can do better, but it was a very good starting point. So, what are you doing today? Why are your paws already wet? What you been chasing? So, yeah, drop the sprayer, put the fertilizer spreader on, spread that out, come home, probably put the discs on, get that broken one apart, the broken spring, and I got stuff to work on. The chopper I can work on a little bit, odds and ends stuff, the Mac, I got a little piece on the bed to work on. I really believe that my dump trailer is good to go, other than not having a tarp. I gotta put tarps on everything this year because of running distance. It makes for a headache. So, alrighty, let me drop this off and we'll go from there. Kind of all over the place. I want it to be done planting corn by now. We should have been done. Having my big tractor down makes it more challenging though. I know, and I was expecting to split it over the weekend. So today is Thursday. No idea what day. Thursday the 20th. So somebody said I should say the dates when we start. Yeah, it's good. Every video has pretty much been a day after a day after day, other than a few maybe that were in the same day. 2 videos in one day. But I got a load of fertilizer on me. We're gonna go spread it on the last of the corn ground that needs to get worked. I got this and I got that wet spot that needs to get dissed. They're sweeping the roads. Sweeping the roads. Doing a good job. Yeah, they always have to sweep the roads, especially with bad winters. A lot of sand on the road and the edges and everything, and just debris. So, but I'll get this spread out, and then we will. I'm just gonna disc this field, so we'll call it minimal tillage. Since I do not have a tractor that will be able to chisel off. I don't even know if we're gonna be able to disc it right now. It's been dry. They say some rain on the weekend. Now they're not. Francisco does most of the mowing, and it works out great. And I want to go mowing, but I told him we would start next week, but now the weather end of next week looks bad. Weatherman just doesn't know. Yeah, he's got Saturday off to go fishing, which that's understandable. I told him we weren't gonna go mow, so I said go fishing. So he goes deep sea fishing. Out of like Cape or something like that. Been a long time since I've done deep sea fishing. I'm not a big fisherman. Boats, hanging out, lakes, I can do that for a little bit. Too much sitting around doesn't do good for me. I guess I was focused on spreading that fertilizer out. I never even turned the camera on. That ground's wet. It's not like wet, but it's always, it holds a lot of moisture. So, yeah, pulling the disc through that with this, it might be interesting. We might just be scratching the surface. What we got going on today? That pump that was seized up and we got it going. He's having issues last night of it not building enough pressure. I told him order one, but they had one at Tractor Supply. It's not the original pump because the original pump's stupid money, and this works just the same. So that's what I did last night, was when I got one. So I'm just switching it out. I'm sure, yeah, it's seized up. We don't clean things out as best they should. We don't have a warm place for them to live in the winter, things like that. So stuff does happen. Well, I don't know if this pump was in the shop or not. So maybe it wasn't a warm place, but it's still corroded inside. There we go. Swapped it over. Just gotta hook this up. Oop. My tank's full. Better go shut that off, actually. Well, I stopped for lunch. Since they put the new rotor in, I gotta park illegally to park anywhere. I get here, the sprayer's having some issues. They blew a line, so I got that figured out, got that fixed up. I stabbed myself in the hand with the screwdriver. It hurts. It hurts a lot. It's not bleeding any longer. I got some Neosporin and all sorts of other stuff, I guess, maybe coming. Tape my hand up, keep going. It's not injured enough. I gotta go see a doctor. So I did stop and get the lunch though. I got turkey lunch. You hungry? So Yanko is over this heat. I tried to park in the shade some. Ooh. Flipped over. Flipped back over. Yeah. I guess this is breakfast and lunch. What did I eat for breakfast? Nothing. So, did pack a cooler. A lot of people said I gotta drink more water. Got a gallon of water. I'm drinking more water. I don't drink a lot of water. But turkey sub. I can't believe I stabbed myself that hard with the screwdriver. My father was standing there just staring at me. Yeah. But we'll make it through. Hopefully we finish up everything we gotta spray. There's I don't know, 4 loads over here. 3 in Concord. And then I can finish up planting. We'll spray that a little later on. Nowhere near we're not going to get as much done as yesterday. But Should get whatever I can, whatever's planted done. Yeah. I haven't even been able to eat my lunch. Had that one half. Still got some noodles. Backed in here to make our lives easier. Let's see if we did. Oh yeah. Pull right out. Head down the road. 2 more fill-ups there. Gaining some. The gate is locked. I was hoping I could slide right in. He's got a key. Oh. It's a hot one. Definitely a hot one. So if you guys have watched previous videos, like the lady hassling me about driving across the lawn and stuff, well, this is what I'm battle with. Here's the gate that got locked. Here's some low-hanging trees that scraped at everything. They're dead, of course. Should get that one too. Because all it's gonna do is scrape all my equipment until I do this anyways. There we go. No more scraping. It costs money when stuff starts scraping and ripping things off. Just, yeah, not a good boat, so can't really do this with one hand that's got a cut in it. Sorry about some of those angles there. Much better. Here's where I'm at. My father had a gasket blowout. Well, he thought he did. I fixed it. I finished up spraying that load. My mother came down and brought me bandages so that I could pretend that I'm a doctor and fix my hand up. A lot of Neosporin, covered it. I'm gonna go slip into a glove and hopefully not mess this bandage up. Good thing is my father's getting a ride back from my mother. He went home to go, let me put you down here. He went home to go get some more of those O-rings, which he should have had anyways. He has a bucket of parts in there, but none of them. So she's gonna give him a ride back, but I'm gonna load it up and keep spraying. So 1 load in. This corn's looking killer too. Somebody mentioned about doing the end roads last and not driving on it. Well, let me go out here to where I drove. Like, we've drove over it and the corn's gonna pop back up. As you see, we drove over it, now spraying. It's low enough. But let me go over here. So as you see, this was where planter came right across. Those plants look the same, even though the planter ran over all that. So no worries there. That's what goes on. As you see, my row shutoff was pretty on point here. A little bit of competition, yeah, then up there. Oh wait, no, we're way off. Cross that off. My section control is doing horrible. I should get a new one. That'd be me. Well, alrighty, load this up, keep on going. Tried to get done today. Ooh, I was way off. I'm supposed to be parked right next to it, but clearly I didn't do a good job there. You enjoying the AC? Oh, so much better than the heat. I gotta put something on the seat so that he doesn't sit on the seat when you get out, because then he curls up and loves AC. Really need to get a jug. I don't even know what it is. Put the jugs in, you slam them down, it sprays, it cleans the inside out. And then takes all the chemical out of the jug and pumps it to the next one instead of me pouring it in. But it's just, this was a start, and this has drastically sped things up. It also allows me to be close to the sprayer, and my father can spray, and I can mix and keep an eye and give him a hand, because some of these breakdowns, it would mean, if he was by himself, it would mean him coming back to the farm. So, little ingenuity and keep things going. They just showed back up, so that's good. He's got a box of O-rings and he's got all the seals. I don't know why the seals are in here. I got like 10 nozzles, filters, tips, all in a box down here, but nothing else. Gotta get better at keeping things, and I know some equipment we can put toolboxes and keep things right in it, but at the same rate, like a lot of tools we take out of stuff and put in the next thing, but keeping things with the equipment as we're using them make our lives easier for sure. It is dusty though, it's dry. That's gonna allow me to plant those last fields. Really hoping that this gets done and then I can finish up planting and then focus on just doing grass. I do gotta get back to work, like my actual job. One of my actual jobs, the off-farm job. Oh. So, yeah. Wish I had an 8-row corn planter. The corn is up as much as you can run it over. So, the new thing, if you're not a farmer, we haul manure. There's a system that is drag lining manure. That there we go. That basically it's a big hose, and you take manure from one point, push it to the other point, and then you incorporate it or spread it or things like that. There's plenty of videos. If you watch Andy Horrigan's videos, Farm and Fix and Fabrication, they had Zach Newton come in and drag line. The new thing, Newton Ag, the new thing is drag lining manure over standing corn. So you're applying nitrogen on corn when it's, I forget what stage it is at, but you're applying it and you're dragging that hose over the corn, and the corn will knock down, and give it a few days and it pops right back up. So it is amazing how much corn can fight along and keep going. Like, it gets to a certain point, wind damage snaps things off and it falls over, then it's no good, but yeah. A lot of new cool stuff trying to utilize. Hauling manure is expensive. We hauled manure down to these fields in the fall. I ran everything with the semi. So this spring it was a lot cheaper for the farm hauling manure because it was all close range. But hauling manure 5 miles, 10 miles, gets expensive. We only ever go 5 miles one way is the furthest we haul manure. After that, it's not justifiable for me. And hauling manure 5 miles, at the end of the day, I feel like I got nothing done. I don't know what my thought. Oh, he's putting all this stuff on the trailer. Can't really see much with the dust. Need to spray at night with lights that go down, like there's a lot of that going on.
Casey Briggs threw it up on his Instagram yesterday. Pretty freaking cool. Each nozzle has lights that spray down, or that look down, shine down, and you can see the spray at night. Because, yeah, working at night, there's a lot of things that can go wrong that you don't see. So, working in the day, there's a lot of things that can go wrong too. Well, we're spraying again. Crazy thing is, we left the field at the same time, and granted that thing only goes, well, 27. But with that being said, he made it here like a minute behind me, going through all the tight roads, all the bicyclists and stop signs and stop lights and everything. Somebody had mentioned in the prior, why don't you trailer everything, like, because honestly it would make a bigger hassle, bigger inconvenience, and like here I'd be offloading on the road if I had to drop low boy. I wouldn't be down in here. So this will take 2 loads. The corn is just coming up, which is sweet. That's my field over there. Well, what I'm running for myself, so mosey on over there. That's getting cultivated due to the lease agreements, which I'm fine with that. It's going to go into grass in the spring and the fall, and honestly it will give us some creativity for content, because I've never done it and some people have sent me some good content. So let me mosey on over there. So this is ground that I plowed that hadn't been worked in a while, but you can see corn's coming up. I was hoping to make my rows as straight as possible. That didn't always work out. Corn's looking good though. So at some point I got to get over here and start cultivating it. Granted, right now weed pressure is very minimal. Like, we got a little bit of grass from before that was clumping up, but hopefully this starts growing. We get a good coverage and good canopy, and then from there the corn takes over. So it is a little lumpy. So I think cultivating it's going to be a little challenge due to the lumps of sod and whatnot that are left here, but pretty excited for this. So you can see corn all up through it, just poking out. There's another one, there's another one, there's another one. So yeah, we're gonna have to go borrow Frank's cultivator and give it a go. Learn something. Like I said, long term, I'm not going to cultivate corn. I honestly don't have the time. If we tried to cultivate all our corn, it'd be a full-time job for me. Or we'd have to get a 12-row planter and a 12-row cultivator in odd-shaped fields. So, but we'll seed this down. That's getting seeded down in the fall. should be really, really good. I didn't see this spring, if you haven't watched previous videos, because it hasn't been run. So I'm sure it needs lime. We need to do a soil sample on it. Also, I'm sure the weeds that were in there, even if I plowed it and tried to seed into it, the weeds would grow up too fast and take over, and I would just have a junk hayfield. So this was my best option, and I'm actually pretty excited about it. I guess we're done for tonight. He's got one more field to spray. It's getting dark though. So what a unit. That has sped up life so much better. Got to work on some things, but overall worked out really, really well. Where are you going? We're going home? So nice night. So I got some more corn to put in the ground. We got some disking to do. Then we'll have the little bit of spraying left to do. But he's got one field that he'll pick up in the morning. Yeah, and we'll get after it. So I appreciate you guys joining along today. Not too much action other than stabbing my hand, stuff breaking. Typical day in the life. So I'll catch you guys on the next video. Appreciate it. Have a good one.